Hello everyone and welcome. Let's just get some light on the subject. There we go. So I have a little bit of an art haul here to share with you. Where to start? Well, I think first of all, let me just, I've got all of them out just so as you can see what we're going to be looking at, but I'm going to move some aside and I'm going to start with these that are absolutely dinky. They are really, really cute. So I couldn't resist them. And they're by Harnamule, and they are little zigzag books that are 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. Are they not the cutest? Obviously, I had to open one and have a little look. But look, perfect for, you could do a couple of very long, detailed sketches, or you could use them individually. But you could, because you can use either side, you could take them out if you're just going out for a short while and you just want enough to be able to do a couple of sketches, continuous sketches. So yes, they are so sweet. I just couldn't resist them. I got those from Amazon and they were £7.20. So I will put the links to those. But if any of you are looking for very dinky fold out sketchbooks, then these might be the thing for you if you're really wanting to be minimalistic. So that's those. What else have I got? So let's move on to this, which I think is not much bigger than this little 5 centimeter by 5 centimeter zigzag book. This is just a little mixing palette. It's just got 4 wells, and let me just get it out of its package. I just thought, again, if the palette that you are taking out with you doesn't have a mixing area, then this is really small. And I did think that if I can find, here we go, let's find a sketchbook. Yeah. So if I use this sketchbook, for example, I'm wondering if there is a way of maybe, yes, if you clip your paper, look. So you could actually clip it, and then you could, however you're attaching your little palette on the other side. But I just thought I'll give that a go, mainly because it was £1.25 and I got that from Temu. So yes, £1.25 more for my travel collection, if you like. So that's that one. What else have we got here? So this is another little palette that I got from Temu. Let me see which way it opens. There we go. This one is see-through, but it's got quite decent size wells, and I quite like the fact that it's see-through. So yes, I'm going to be deciding what 9 colours I want to put in there. And you could always use that for mixing with this one. So yes, satisfying click. That one was £2.98. So always good to have choices of, travel palettes to take out with you. So there we go, there's that one. And I will see what colours I'm going to put in that in a little bit. What have we got next? So this was my, I think this is my only other Temu. Yes, this is the only other one that's from Temu. And this is it's supposed to be a double layer tin. So we will see what this is like. This cost me, how much did it? £3.84. And this fits my hand. So this is 12.5 centimetres by 9 centimetres, or as I prefer, 5 inches by 3.5 inches. And I have pulled out get rid of my wrappings, something that I want to put in here. So we've got this that opens up that way, and then oh, it is double layer. So there we go. This is quite deep. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 centimetres, or 1.5 inches. Yeah, 4 centimetres or 1.5 inches. So what I want to put in here, if I can, I've pulled out all of my erasers, and these are just the ones that are loose. I do have some in other takeout kits, but I want to see if I can, I think they should all go because they're quite, most of them are quite flat. So let's see if we can get these in here. One's quite thin. Let's see what we can fit in this one, as to how much we need to get in the other one. So that will go in there. Will that go in there? Oh, is it going to go? I wonder if I can maybe get that one in there. That one there. I'm having to do a bit of wiggling around here. It's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? That one will go that way. That one will go that way. That one will go in there. Still leaves that one. No, they do. They go. Okay. I now have a tin for my erasers. Lovely. I'm all for storing things and tidying up. So yes, they can go under my desk like so. Now let's have a look at what we've got next. Next, this came from Meaden, and this was $17.80. Now let's just lose our packaging again. Aha. So this is not for taking out. This is more for in the studio. So it is porcelain, and we've got 12 slots here. Now you could use it as a mixing palette, or you could put your colours that you're working on a project in, and it's rather nice that it comes with a lid. So yeah, $17.80. Obviously I paid in UK pounds, but that's how much it cost on their website. So yes. Oh, that feels very satisfying. It's quite heavy, but yes, lovely. Okay, let's move along to this one. This one came from Amazon. And what was this one? This one was £24.92. So Gardor, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Unique design palette. So this is the little box that it comes in. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that wrapped beautifully? So we've got, oh, looks like that is going to be magnetic. We have a metal clip. Yeah. I'll just lose that part of it. Oh, and this is tied so nicely. I love the packaging on this. Well, it's got happy birthday on it. It's not my birthday, but oh, Gardorw, however you pronounce that. Oh, I see. That's got a magnet on the bottom as well. Wow. Okay. Which way does it open? Like so. And like so. This is metal. Whoa. Okay. 4, 4, 16. We've got 16 slots. We've got a couple of what would we call these? Mixing spaces. And everything has got magnets on. So bear with me, and I'm going to find my Just Go Sketching companion. And I'm back. So this is my little Just Go Sketching companion. Does that? No, it doesn't. I guess because you've got a ridge there. So that isn't fitting on there. Okay. Unless, oh, hold on. Do you? Oh, I see. Hold on. Let's get your act together, Michelle. Look, that fits on there. And then that can clip, that clips on there. Or it could clip on your sketchbook even. So yes, that's a really strong magnet. Let's get my sketchbook back out again. And just see how that would, there you go. Whoa, that is nifty. The fact that it's got that magnetic clip on it. I love it. Does that stay, once that's done, that stays shut. So that's because of the magnets on either end. That is joyous. It's absolutely joyous. I love it. So another one that I need to work out. Let's pop you in there for the minute. And we will have to fill that one as well. Now, what I think is the pièce de resistance, although I have to say that that little palette, mini palette. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that was £24.92. So the $27 came to 24. Yeah, I did work it out. 24. Where did I put it? 24.92. Yeah. So that's good. Okay, I'm glad I managed to find that. Right, this came from Amazon. This is a storage box. It costs £17.99, and the lid lifts up, and then we have all of these that come out like so. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And so first of all, I'll measure this for you so that you know how big this is. So this is 8 centimeters deep. It is not 8 centimeters, 8 inches, sorry, 8 inches. Well, oh, it's going to be 8 by 8. It's basically an 8-inch cube. So, and in centimeters, that would be about a 20 centimeter cube. And then each of these 6 containers, so they are just over 7 inches by just over 5 inches, and they're about an inch deep. In centimeters, that will be about 13 centimeters by 18 centimeters, and then about 2.5 centimeters deep. So just so you get an idea of the size of each of these. It was listed as a photo storage box, but that's not what I'm going to be using it for. So what I've decided to use it for, if I bring my first one out, and you will have seen me making my 3 colour wheels with 3 palettes in. So these are all red Clover Meadow paints, and I'm keeping a track of the 3 colours and their mixes, so that I'm able to just pull them out and decide what colour palette I want to use. That one was a more complex one. I've also, and these, by the way, just click over. I've also got one that I've started for my Daniel Smith paints, and this one is on a video that you can find that I've done. So that was 3 colours and their mixes from Daniel Smith. And I'm also keeping a note of the coloured pencils and the neo colours that would go with that particular palette. So I'm building up what I will be my own unique kind of colour palette record. This one has just got, these are just some blank ones that I've printed off ready to use that I'm keeping in the back. So they go in the back there. But I think what happened was I was going to buy one of those colour cubes where you get lots of cards and they have colour palette ideas. And I looked at them and I thought, well, the thing is, I've then got to relate that to my own paints. So by doing it this way and actually having my own colour cards for my own brands of watercolour paints that I have, that's going to be much more effective for me when I want to do a painting. I can just look at my reference picture and then I can flip through my cards and find a palette that is going to be the most useful to do that particular reference photo with. So that was my idea behind this, what is supposed to be a photo storage box that I am using to make my own colour card collection. And you could use it in lots of other ways. Obviously I'm picking 3 colours and coming up with a palette that way, but you could just literally store proper swatches of your watercolour paints, for example. We all struggle to remember what supplies we have, and I've got lots of sketchbooks that I've used. Let's pull one out, like this, where I'm swatching colours out, and trying to keep a track of, you know, the paints and the pens and things that I've got. But I think it will be far more effective for me to do it this way, because it will be user friendly. I will probably still do my books, sketchbooks like this, so that I keep a note of what my store cupboard has, if you like. And I will probably still carry on using these painters' colour diaries as well, but they're not that great for doing big swatches. This really is just, right, what Holbein tubes have I got? Oh, okay, I've got these 8, and these are the kind of colour mixes that they use. From there I can then add to that and look at colorways. So these are better for, you know, bigger swatches than this. So this is a good way of playing with the colors that I've got. That is my note of my collection, and then this is how I'm using that collection. I hope all of that makes some sense. I'm trying to get myself, I hope you can still hear me, I'm talking a bit louder as I move across the floor. So I'm hoping that makes some sense, because I'm trying to get myself a little bit more organized, so that I'm not floundering and trying to think what I might need, and do I have that in order to do a particular project. So I guess the next thing really is to decide what I'm going to put in these two. So let me get some paints out and we'll have a little think. Okay, I am back. So I've drawn out a little 4x4 swatch card. I've had to write core on the back. You can see I'm just using an old painting. I quite often use old paintings, or where I've tested things out, and reuse them in lots of different ways. So that's ready for me to swatch. I'm going to take that off the back so that I can fill it. So we'll put that back in the box there. I've pulled out these core paints. So let me have a look and see what we've got in here. Okay, buff titanium. That's going to be a must, I think. So, and I'm probably going to use quite a bit of that. So let's get a couple of slots. with our buff titanium. Now I could do with a toothpick or something, couldn't I? Let's see what we've got here that I can use. Have I got like a toothpick or something? Let's see. I have an old paper clip. That will do the job just as nicely. So let's just try and even that out a bit, she says. Maybe tapping it works better. Tapping works quite well. Oh, I've got my head in the shot as usual. Okay. Now I just need a tissue. Right, so our first 2 slots have got let's just get that working a bit better. Our buff titanium in, like so. Okay, let's just wipe that, screw that one back on. What else have we got in here? Green gold. Well, that will always be useful, won't it? So let's get some of that out. New. Oh, that's virtually the end of that. There's a little bit left in there, so we'll leave it there for now. So we've got green gold. Down, oops, down here. There. What else have we got in here? Quinacridone gold. Yes. I think we'll have the U. That sounds nice. These are all quite landscapey colours that will work for me. Let's just swatch you out. There we go. Quinacridone gold. What else have we got in here? We've got a dioxazine purple. Okay. Well, probably not going to use you too much, but I mean, because I've got 12 slots here, let's put you in there. And then we need to swatch you. Gosh, that almost looks black because I didn't water it down too much, but I can just about tell. So this set that I'm using is the High Chroma set of 6. We have got transparent pyro orange. Very nice. We'll have some of you. I haven't got a yellow at the minute, have I? I'm going to leave a space for a yellow. Right, let's put there we go. transparent Pyro Orange in there. So you, ooh, are going in there. There we go. I could probably zoom in a bit, couldn't I, for this? Let me just zoom in a little bit with my camera hub. There we go. Let's see. Maybe a bit like that. Okay. And maybe if I move these off to the side a bit more. That might be a little bit better for you to see. Right, I think we've just got one colour left in here, and that is a quinacridone magenta. Okay, perhaps we'll put you next to the orange. Like so. And then that is all of those that were in that particular set. So let's just pop that back and on a done pile. So let's have a look at our quinacridone magenta. There we go. Right, what is this set? This is called the introductory set. Okay, let us see what we have in here. Oh, look, I've swatched them out rather nicely, haven't I? If I move that down a bit, there, I did a good job. Right, we were looking for a yellow, so we've got benzodiazepine yellow. Okay, let's put some of you in there then. That's quite a, I can see that that's, well, we'll swatch it out before I make a judgment. So we've used that one. And we will pop you just there. And it looks like, is that another yellow? That's Nicolazo yellow. And that's yellow ochre. Hold on. And that is Hansa yellow light. Okay. Well, I do want another yellow. I'm going to go with the Hansa yellow light to get a bit more of a cooler yellow. I'll put you there. Okay. So what am I missing? I haven't got any blues yet. What's this? This is ultramarine blue. And this is phthalo blue green shade. Okay. Well, let's get the ultramarine blue in. And where should we pop you? Perhaps we'll leave that for greens. Perhaps we'll put ultramarine blue. Looks like I'm on the end of that one as well. You can go in there. Okay, so we do need to do a bit more of the in fact, rather than, why don't I use what's on there? So my ultramarine blue is there. Let's just wipe you off. Some of them leveled out really easily and quickly. This Pyro Orange looks like it's kind of sticking up a bit, and I've had problems when they kind of stick up too much. So I'm going to try and, there we go, even that out a bit, like so. Do I want the phthalo blue? I'm not sure. Viridian green. Okay, well, let's go with you. And let's get a bit of Viridian green in there. I could do with a different green, and of course that needs to be leveled out. There we go. Might need another tissue now. Right, what else have we got here? Pyro red light, or we've got permanent alizarin crimson. We've already done quinacridone magenta. What is this? Quinacridone gold deep. Well, I've already got a quin gold. Burnt sienna we're going to need. Okay. Oh, permanent alizarin crimson or pyro red light. Which one shall we go for? Pyro red light. Okay. And we will put you there. Oh. See, that one's leveled out quite nicely. Okay, let's put, that's kind of run a bit, but never mind. It's quite tricky doing these tiny little swatches. Burnt sienna. Can go next to our quinacridone gold. And maybe we'll have a look and see what we've got in one of the other palettes. So we've got burnt sienna going in there. Okay, we've got a couple of yellows, we've got a couple of greens, we've got pink and a red, we've got an orange, we've got burnt sienna, we've got buff titanium, we've got one blue and a purple. Right, I haven't got a Payne's grey or more blue, maybe. Right, what is this? This is called the earth colours. So what have we got in here? transparent brown oxide, Naples yellow, raw umber, Venetian red. Have I got another one of these sets? Because I have a feeling... Where are my scissors gone? Here. Okay, scissors not working. Craft knife coming out. So this is also the high chroma colours. That was my other high chroma colours. So I'm going to see, this one's brand new. Right, that one has got a cobalt teal in that I want, and the ones that are left over in this set I'm going to put in here, because then they're all together. It means I've got an empty tin, but that's okay. So let's put all those high chroma colours together in one tin. Where are those introductory? All right, this is introductory. This has got a Payne's grey in. Okay, good. So this is a newer introductory one. Where are you? Oh, and what have we got in here? It's a green earth. Okay. That's the Viridian again. Payne's grey. Okay. So that would be for those two. We'll have the Payne's grey and the cobalt teal. And what else might we be able to get? We'll have a think. Let's get these in first anyway. So Payne's grey. And you can go in there. This is getting near the end of the tube. But we've just about managed to fill it up. Okay. So there is our Payne's grey. Actually, let's just swatch that one. Okay, Payne's grey. So you belong in there. Then we've got cobalt teal. I've made a complete and utter mess with. Okay, let's pop you on my card. What one didn't I swatch? I didn't swatch this yellow, did I? This Hansa yellow. Okay. I have one slot left. Right. Maybe, do we go with another green? Or do we go with, well, I've already got burnt sienna, and with my ultramarine I can make a much darker brown. Do I want more greens? Because greens are more useful. Yes. Okay. So that one is Bohemian Green Earth. Right. Let's pop lids back on. And we can move all of these out of the way. Okay, so let's swatch our Bohemian Green Earth then, and try and get that one to lay flat a little bit more. Like so. So there we go. I've got a couple of buff titaniums, a couple of yellows, I've got 3 different greens, I've got a couple of blues, a purple, I've got a red and orange, then I've got a couple of quite earthy, what was that, quinacridone gold and burnt sienna. We've got our transparent orange, we've got our Payne's grey, and then we've got a red and a magenta. So I think there will be enough there in that little palette, and that will fit in there, she says. But obviously I need to let that dry. In the meantime, although you may not have noticed because I did manage to pause the video quite quickly, I've had another delivery that has just arrived. So let me move more of these out of the way. And let us bring up another package. And we can undo this. Well, it's very well packaged. Oh, there we go. I may have to just take that off shot a moment while I get into it. Okay. Oh, it's quite tough to get into. There we go. Right. So what do we have here? These have all come from Ken Bromley. So I will make sure that I'll put links to everything that I've been showing you. So they have got a very good supply of Seawhite of Brighton sketchbooks. So I have ordered, let's start at the bottom. The Seawhite of Brighton Plein Air Watercolour 350 GSM, and it's A4. And this is really lovely paper. So it's not finished or cold pressed, and there are 20 sheets or 40 pages. That one 350 GSM. That one was £10.10, which I think is marvellous, good value. So that's that one. What else have we got that's quite large? They're all A3s. Right, this one is another A4, but this one says it's the plein air sketchbook, and it's 220 GSM, so it's not as thick. It's an all media, mixed media paper, wet and dry. So you get 20 sheets again. And this one was £6.63. And it is rather nice paper. So we'll pop that one down there. Then we've got 3 different A5 sketchbooks. Starting over here, we've got the plein air sketchbook, which is watercolour, A5, 350 GSM, cold pressed, not finished, acid free, 20 sheets or pages, and this is really thick. That's beautiful. That one, plein air, which one are you? A5, 350. That one was £6.02. Then we have got the plein air sketchbook. This is the A5 version of the A4 one. It's all media, mixed media, 220 GSM, wet and dry. And yet again, beautiful quality mixed media paper. And then this one is the plein air sketchbook, 225 GSM, medium weight watercolour paper. This is cold pressed. 20, they're all 20 pages or 40 sides basically. And for 225 GSM is not bad for when you're out and about wanting to do quite lightweight. Oh, I've got ink and paint all over me. Lightweight, I don't know, pen and wash type pictures. So that one was it's the A5. £225. So none of these were more, well, apart from 10p, more than £10. In fact, all 5 of these came to £36.23. I think that is marvellous for stocking up on my Seawhite of Brighton, which is one of my favourite papers to use. I like Seawhite of Brighton. I think it's quality. It does everything that I want it to do. So perhaps in another video I will try all these different sketchbooks out with various different materials, so that we can see what works best with which. So I think that will be a separate video, but couldn't resist showing you because they literally just arrived. We've still got, where has it gone? Here. We've still got this little one to fill up. So there's just 9 slots in this one. So I'm going to pause. I'll be back in a minute and find some paints to put in this one. Right, I am back and I have made my little swatch card. Let me bring my water in a bit more. So I've pulled out my Aliona Creates Ultimate palette because I'm really not using this very much. So, and then these are some odd paints to make it up to the 9. So let's start with the Aliona colours. We have got Chartreuse. Okay. Let's just wiggle you about and do a swatch. Next to that we will put the Green Gold Deep. I must say I like Aliona's lids. I like her tubes. Okay, there we go. Green Gold Deep. What colour shall we do next? Let's go for Cobalt Teal. Oh, okay. Let's just bear with. I don't know if you can see that, but that's binder that's come out, which is not good because it means everything will stay very runny and not dry out. So I need to get that out like so. Right, hopefully now. No, gosh, lots of binder coming out. Have we now got colour? Yes, okay. There we go. There's quite a lot of binder there. So this is the Cobalt Teal. I'm just going to give that a bit of a mix up. There we go, Cobalt Teal. Right, let's move on to Memory Blue, and this is the Ultramarine. Is it just Ultramarine? Yeah, Ultramarine. Are you coming out? Yeah. And let's try and get a bit more there. That's better. Okay, that's the Memory Blue Ultramarine. So let's just get you distributed a bit better. That one's quite solid. There we go. What should we do next? We've got a couple of kind of red ones. We've got Strawberry Velvet. Yeah. sure my brush is cleaned off. That one's levelled out quite nicely. There is our strawberry velvet. I'm just going to move that tissue because it's got lots of Arabic on it, and we'll get a clean one up. And then the last of Aliona's is quinacridone gold deep, so we'll pop that in there. So that's all of those done. There's quinacridone gold deep, which I think moves us on to, this is a Rosa Gallery called Golden Brown. It's another one of the, what I call out of my odds drawer. I don't really have full sets of anything. Then we'll put the Payne's Grey in, which is another Rosa Gallery. Just get you distributed a bit better. On Payne's Grey. And finally, so this is a very weird set. We will see how this goes. Maybe I'll try and do a painting with it. This is Lavender by Rembrandt. I guess what I don't have in this palette is a yellow. But that green chartreuse is actually quite a yellowy green. Okay, there we have that little palette that now needs to also dry out. So I will pop that to one side, and there are my swatches. I have actually written on the back what they are, and that does fit quite nicely. So we will pop it in there actually. That fits quite nicely in that hole there. So there we go. That's those colours in that little palette. Okay. Well, that is my little purchases that I have made since I last showed you some of my purchases. I think it lends itself to trying out those sketchbooks and seeing, you know, which mediums work well on those. So I think we can call that another video to look forward to. So I think still my favourite is this, because I think this is going to be so useful. But I think the most novel and useful is going to be this little travel palette with its magnetic clip. I think that is going to be so useful. But we need it all to dry out properly before we can test it. So have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. If you have any questions or want to know anything more about the items that I've bought, then please do ask in the comments below. I will try my best to put in the description where I got everything from. Until next time then, stay safe, stay healthy, and always stay calm.